Indy Mogul.
Hey Indy Mogulers, Griffin here with Andy the cat in the background, and it is the first Wednesday in June, which means it's time for me to reveal our latest awesome director. He's a talented filmmaker from Los Angeles, and his name is Crutchfield. He caught my eye with an interesting musical video called Digitals. Chris likes to collaborate with other talented YouTubers like the Indy Machines and Rhett and Link.
I got your text.
Aside from acting, he has an impressive directing reel, from music videos to commercials. One of his clients includes Google, who asked him to produce their year-end recap video.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
Having earned over 8 million views, this powerful video gives me goosebumps, it's so good. I talked with Chris about his background, how he earned his first paying gig, and what he's producing this month for the Awesome Directors Project. I have a lot of questions for you, but before we start, my ringtone for the last 4 months, here it is.
Oh, I'm flattered. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
A lot of your videos are very musically natured, and a lot of our audience is always asking, what's more important, the audio or the video?
What you see is designed to support what you hear. Take, for instance, if you sit someone in front of a television playing a movie. If you cover their eyes and you block what they can see, but you still let them hear everything, they'll likely be able to follow along with the story, like an audiobook or an audio story. However, if you block their ears and you just let them watch what's on TV, no subtitles, they'll probably have no clue what's going on unless they're excellent at lip reading. I use Zoom H4n audio recorder, and I sampled all those different sounds. Went around and clicked the mouse, and went around and creaked in the chair, and went around and turned up the the volume and stuff like that. They're listening to these sounds just go like these weird sounds that are arrhythmic and atonal and don't sound like anything great. And then about a day later, after I worked through the night crafting the song, I played it for them, and they're like, "What? That was that?" And then from there, I just built the video to support the sounds that you hear.
The Digitals project, I think I only stumbled across it because we're both friends with Justin Johnson. I've seen you in the Indy Machines, the Slobber Swag video. Can you talk about how important collaboration is?
When I started getting into videography, you can direct it and edit it and do the motion graphics and kind of write it and maybe even act in a little part of it. After moving here, to find success in a place like Los Angeles, California, is really to what I call master the art of learning how to collaborate. You're only as good as the people around you and the projects that you kind of come up with. As great as you are at anything, there's always 10, 20 people better than you. Partner and friend and work with excellent people who are great at things that you're not that great at. You're
producing a lot of commercials and music video type stuff. What was it for you that started your paid career?
I remember this organization that I was with, it had this like weekly meeting, and I remember going up to the guy who led it and say, "Hey, is there any way I can make like an intro video for the meeting?" He was like, "Yeah, free. How much I got to pay you?" I was like, "No, I'll do it for free." He's like, "Yeah, go for it." So I did that, and I remember, it was great. I spent like several hours on it, and I remember the first time I showed it, a lady came up to me and she's like, "Can I hire you for making one for my company as well?" And I said, "For money? Like, you're gonna give me money to do?" Yes. I spent so much time on that project. It was $500, but it was my first paid thing. And from there, it just kind of snowballed into this, do one project, and then you do two, and then they want you to do the third, and then so and so. "Oh, you did this for this? Oh, can you do one for me?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So it was all word of mouth. I never really advertised much. Business cards and stuff like that. But it was just making what I thought was cool stuff and putting it out there for people to see, and then thankfully people saw it and asked me to make more cool stuff.
I imagine there's plenty of different directions you could go this month on the Awesome Directors Project, so why don't you explain what project you've decided to work on.
It's a really cool idea. This is an idea for a music video that I've had over 2 years, like since April of 2010. And I haven't found the song and the artist to do it on until now. I have a good friend of mine, his name is William Howard. He's a extremely talented musician and singer, and I got the privilege of being able to make his first music video for his first single. The song is called All Out War. It starts out with the medieval 300 Braveheart style battle setup. Instead of just normal weapons like swords and, spears, frying pans, curling irons, baseball bats, broomsticks, everything's in slow motion. The two teams run toward one another, and as one guy goes to strike his opponent, his weapon turns into feathers. Pull out and reveal that everyone's engaged in a giant pillow fight. There's feathers everywhere, and the artist is in the middle performing, and it's all in slow-mo, and it's like feathers swirling around him, and it looks super cool.
And do you have any idea what kind of behind-the-scenes looks you may be able to give the audience this month?
You'll see a little bit of the idea of how we created it, me pitching it to the guy, initially hearing his reactions and everything, working through, the details, the logistics. Okay, we're going to get all these feathers. Where are we going to shoot this? We need a camera. We need a steady cam. Working through all of that. The on-set, us actually shooting some behind the scenes there, all the feathers, the artist, me with all the gear and all my crew and everything. And then you'll see how I edit it all together.
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting month of June to see all this and lead up to the premiere at the end of the month. Thanks for watching, and join us next week for Chris Crutchfield's first behind-the-scenes tutorial on the Awesome Directors Project.